God, are you kidding me?
No way.
All right, no, we're live everywhere else but here. Just
Oh.
it deleted my information because that would have been too simple.
Yeah, so what ones are we not live on?
Oh, Instagram.
Insta and TikTok? Or
No, just Instagram.
And of course, so Instagram will join us in a minute. Welcome back to the studio. I'm David Austin with davidaustingallery.com, and you may notice we're not at the table today because I need to get crazy with paint. See, now I have to repeat that for Instagram. So I have a tarp here. I've been doing, if some of you have watched, we're doing these tapestry tarp pieces for a while. I haven't done one in a while. I've got some excess paints I want to use up. I've mixed a bunch of different things. We're just going to go crazy. But I start my big paintings. I don't have my mic on.
Oh, dear.
Let's try that again.
Oh, they can hear
We
everything.
had a computer. Is that all right? How's that sound? Is that good?
Yep.
We had a computer issue that delayed our start today. I'm not even going to get into it. But we fixed it. I actually fixed it this time.
Yes, you did.
So I'm going to start kind of like the way that I do my smaller paintings as well. Do some gesture just to loosen up. Look, I don't even have to look, just like on the other ones. I don't have to look when I do it. And I'm just going to get really messy with the paint today and do some really cool stuff. I'm going to walk on it. I'm going to splash a bunch of color today. And it just needs to happen. You know, it's been a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of things in the hopper. And I just need to loosen up because I just can't, you can't operate like that all the time. I mean, it's just after a while, you've got to just have a break. So this is just simply some white latex paint and a roller. And I'm just getting some gestures down. And I don't have any notion whatsoever I'm making today. Because again, I need to free my mind. So where's that from? That's from a thing.
Oh, so many, but
There's so many of those.
Loathing in Las Vegas comes to mind.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. It's been a very interesting week as usual, lots of stuff. Some of you that follow us know that is a common thing that we say around here.
Uh-huh.
And so now I'm going to switch to something else. This has some black paint on it, so we're going to just use this plastic that had the paint on. And I'm going to just scrub it in. I'm going to get messy today. That's why I'm wearing my white shirt. Just get into your paintings. I don't care if it's small or large. Put a giant tarp down on the floor and make sure it's plastic underneath it too. And then just get nuts. It's time to get crazy, guys, with your creativity. It's time to go for it. We're going for it. We've got a lot of stuff happening. And right now it's so hard to do anything without being stressed about stuff. So, you know, painting is supposed to be releasing some of that stress. So I'm doing it. So this is like when I start with my charcoal. This is the same sort of thing, making some gestural lines. It's going to be very physical today. And of course, I went for a very aggressive walk this morning. So.
Well, I slept.
Yeah. She really slept in this morning, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, but it was so nice.
It was good. It was so good.
Hey, I just want to throw it out there that we need you guys to fill out a survey.
Please, please.
Please go to our website, go to the homepage. It's anonymous. It takes less than 2 minutes. It will help us fund our show. And we are not selling your information.
No, definitely not. We all of us are getting attacked all the time lately. By the way, watch out for the one. I want to briefly say this real quick, a security thing that's come up. And a good friend of ours almost got caught on it bad. So you're going to get, some of you may already, a very official thing on Instagram anyway, right? It was on Instagram?
Yeah.
And that's, she's always having to move the camera to catch up. Ooh, that's the face. Anyway, so what they're doing is sending a very official thing saying you've been found in violation of copyright laws or some BS like that. And if you don't respond to this link to answer some basic questions, then we're going to shut your account down in 24 hours. You have 24 hours to do this.
Yeah.
It's BS, guys. Okay, but it looks super official. But if you dig into it a little bit further, you're going to find out. But don't click the link. But click our link for the survey, because you're going to get more of those tasty tidbits of how to avoid being, smashed by people looking to steal your stuff. Anyway, right?
Yeah.
That was the most recent one. Oh, and then there's another one that I want to buy your painting. That was this week, right?
Oh yeah, but I can only pay by check.
I can only do check. I'm like, well, I can only do or I can only do
cards. I wanted to be like, if you have an Amex Black only.
Yeah. Anyway, it was clearly,
Bubble wrap.
It was clearly a
phishing scam. Yeah,
for sure. So it was definitely a scam. But it was, that being said, when Twitter kind of first was out more in this younger days, we got an inquiry about some painting purchase. This was way back then. And I thought, well, this seems like a scam, but I'll follow up on it. But it ended up being the very first painting I sold online. That was in early 2000s.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Online commerce was still a baby.
Yeah, well, and like I said, you've really got to watch. You've got to watch it now. But anyway, so we have a survey. It's going to help us expand the show big time and add more fun stuff. We're going to be doing more guests coming up too. So that's really cool and awesome.
Yeah, we've got some really exciting guests scheduled for October and later in September. So keep watching.
There's a train.
Choo choo.
I can hear the train. So this is going to be a long process of painting. And like I said, I'm just going to get a little crazy today. I need some crazy cat time. Let's see if I can get a little bit of that hand stuff in there. I couldn't find the other poles, so I just have this one today.
One pole is better than no pole.
Not much on that brush. That's a dead brush. So I had a lot of different projects for a lot of different paints lately, and some of this is just so old that it needs to be used up. And there's just a little bit on here. I can't stand to waste paint.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Evening, afternoon, middle of the night, whatever it is for you today. Welcome.
Welcome.
Paint with us.
Yeah, it's time to get your paints out, get a little crazy, do some really cool things. It's time to be nuts. And I got my special shoes on, this one with the texture.
Ah. Good morning.
Had a good walk, but down by the river. It's so nice today. It was really nice. Took some cool photos. Finally figured out where my HDR or whatever it is located.
HDR?
Or the high resolution.
Oh, on your phone camera.
Phone.
That song was a little bit frenetic. It was driving me crazy. We are good, but frazzled, to be honest. A little frazzled.
Yeah, we're waiting on a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
And waiting is the hardest game. So This is going to be
Here
very
we go.
fun to do today. And I'm doing similar techniques that I would do on a small piece. I know we've tried to do some smaller work lately to kind of accommodate others that don't have this, the blessing of such a big space as ours. But you can't, you know, the same method is there. It's just a little bit closer in.
Well, he wanted to make me work on my multitasking with 3 cameras and keeping him
Chasing
in
you
frame. Hey guys, I just want to tell everybody on Instagram and on TikTok, we don't share lives once we've started, okay? If you want to collaborate, DM us and we can schedule something.
Yeah, we do scheduled stuff only, and there's some very good reasons for that.
Yeah.
But we would.
We're not trying to ignore you. It's just it's not part of what we do. So just DM us if you're serious, and we'll work something out. Okay?
Yeah, we'll work out. We did that. We tried to do that recently with somebody. It didn't actually work because of connection issues. This is some very, very thick paint that I have from way back when. And I love this orange. I've just always loved this orange. And this is the one that we had gotten, Kristen, for our old bedroom at the old house.
Oh yeah.
And remember, we picked this out. We're going to be really risky about.
Yeah, it turned out to be too far even for us.
Well,
And then we moved. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'd have followed through with it if we'd stayed.
I think we weren't going to, because then we were going to try to build a new house.
Oh, that's also true. It's been a crazy couple years, everybody. I know everybody feels the same way right now.
And we say it pretty much every week.
We do.
That's all right. We should just say it was a good week.
It was another week.
Good week.
Art
We did a
Shark.
week.
By the way, I sell Art Shark t-shirts on the website. Check it out.
Art Shark.
Art Shark. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm adjusting my apron. Here we go. I just went to look for my phone and realized I'm using it.
No, babe.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't turn this painting around. I better do this before I meant to turn it around. No need to. That one's a finished painting. And actually, this one is over here too. I don't want to pose. Not to be confused with what our puns. It's a good idea to protect your existing paintings unless you don't like them. I kind of like these still, so sometimes I'll leave them in the peripheral just to see what happens. Okay, I don't think this is alcohol ink.
Oh gosh, let's hope not, because I will both start coughing.
It's a lovely bouquet. No, don't eat your paint. Any of the kids that are watching, don't eat your paint.
Has anybody else painted like this recently or ever? Pretty quiet crew today.
Are they quiet?
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. He's lost his mind, everybody.
Oh, that happened a while ago. I think we all know.
Oh. All right, this is a neutral water down tone. Start adding that in.
All right.
Like I said, using up bits of paint today. Truth is, I should probably be working on actual painter's canvas, but I didn't have any handy today, so that's what we're using. That's the other thing that I say. Many of you know.
Use what you
use
have,
what you have,
not what
because-
you wish you had.
Yeah. Otherwise, you will never ever create anything. Trust me on this.
I hate to harp on it, guys, but fill out my survey. Go to my website, please.
Yeah, we need the survey so we can get some.
I need like 200 people. There's 30,000 of you across the platforms. I just need 200, please.
Yeah. It'll help us continue to create. I sound like NPR, right?
Well, I feel like it.
To continue
Yeah.
our programming
Pretty much it, actually.
for you.
Hi, I'm Terry Gross. Welcome to Fresh Air. If you enjoy this kind of quality art entertainment, for only
There's some
$5.
question as to our quality, but we're trying. We're trying, everybody. And I like a lot of these, and I wanted to tell you, I forgot to say, because, I start my day so early. But I want to come back and do a finishing video. So we'll do it, but we'll record that, and then we'll upload it to the accounts. Yeah, because it's so boring, even for me sometimes. I sit in my mom's rocking chair and I stare at the painting, and then I get out the acrylic markers from Amsterdam, and then sometimes other companies, and then my pencils and my charcoal.
I will tell all of our people on Instagram that if you want to watch that, you're probably going to have to leave Instagram to do it because they've limited me to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is just so fun. Yes, our survey. Please go to our short 8-question survey on our website on our homepage. I would, DM you guys links, but I warn you all not to open links. So that seemed weird. But I need some information so that I can get some funding. Okay.
Yeah. So we can better improve our program just for you.
Yeah.
We share techniques frequently, and if you follow us, you know this is the case. And the thing is, we do it for free.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of expensive to make this show, believe it or not.
But we want to do more, and so we are looking at some things with a couple of organizations right now, and they want to have a survey of it so they know our demographic, and frankly, we'd like to know things. We've gotten to the point where we've done hundreds of these shows.
Yeah.
And video content and shorts that Kristen puts up all the time, the tech tips, on all the different platforms, especially the YouTube. By the way, we're trying to get YouTube up to 1,000. We've ignored it for many years, and we're trying to get YouTube up to 1,000. So if you're on one of the other platforms, please like, subscribe to that channel so that we can start to build that account to where it needs to be.
Yeah, since Instagram has hampered me on my long form, we need to be over on YouTube, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, guys. One more thing to keep track of. Thank you, Six Wheel, for going to do the survey. Truly appreciate it.
You're an awesome person.
Yeah.
We always appreciate it. Check out his account too. He's amazing.
Yep. As usual, everybody, check out each other's art accounts. Support one another.
Get my backside view.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that today, but I wasn't going to say anything. I'm just going to let it go.
I know she doesn't mind, but some of you might not care for it, so sorry. This is how my back gets sore at the end of the day. I was really inspired today by the water, because it was raining so heavily yesterday it was anyway, that I wanted to do something with just everything looks so green. And I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun to do something green with a lot of water on it, and still have a kind of an industrial feel to the piece too. That was what I was thinking. You see the wet is going into the wet and allowing me to create some gradients.
Let me just zoom in there, okay? Don't move away too fast.
Oh, this is action painting. It's action painting day.
I didn't go to school for this, so I'm winging it, right?
I think you do a fine job. Very fine job. For not having the professional so-called experience. So I'm just picking that paint up as I go down, that black, and then spreading it over the other side. And that's creating this really nice gradient. Keep it simple sometimes. And make sure you track the paint all across your canvas today.
As Miss Frizzle said, get messy.
Time to get messy.
Another quality PBS show. For those of you in the UK today, that's like the BBC.
Now that song BBC's in my head.
What, the Austin Powers one? BBC 5, BBC 6,
Yeah, that's the one.
BBC 7.
Oh no, I spilled paint.
Ah!
Oh no, I did it again. Oh no. Got on the wall that time. Water. Stat! I like that shape. Let me keep that one there. See if this bleeds through the plastic underneath.
Oh, hi, Logic Studios. Welcome. Oh, it's afternoon where you are. Cool.
Whoops. All right, that didn't quite work. Uh-oh.
Hugo! Whoa, that's an amazing robot.
You guys do a big robot?
They did. They made a Lego robot. It's pretty awesome.
I'm breathing hard into the mic, sorry. Yeah, see now we're getting some of the layers built and we're able to get some more really fun soft areas. Should have had an energy drink.
Ew. No.
Sponsored by
Red Bull. I actually love the taste of that stuff. I just know it's bad for me. That's how I got through all the years of wait staff, kitchen management, chefing. Red Bull. I used to buy it by the case from Gordon Food Service.
I'm quite happy to not go back to food service. And if you fill out that survey,
I won't have to.
you won't have to go back to food service.
Oh, it's tied. We've got the same number of viewers in both platforms.
That's a little weird.
Look at that. It actually happens quite often. I just thought you should talk about it.
Not even looking.
You sure?
Well, I do have eyes in the back of my head because, we have a kid.
Ooh, is that Pepto Pink?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm getting down with the little funky jams back here.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty fun, actually. It's helping me do my shtick. This actually, so let me explain. There is a fluorescent pigment in this, mixed in with a little bit of acrylic, a little bit of a neon acrylic, and then some other pinks. So what's probably going to happen is it'll have a little more luminosity, there's a word, than if I just had a regular pink. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what this does. It's not quite as saturated as I wanted. I had to use some white paint in there, but I still think it's going to be pretty cool. One of the things that struck me today were the strong lines of the branches.
Yeah.
When I was out with the walk. So I am kind of working within that field, these big branches that were sticking out of the river. But you can start to see some things developing, right? Shape, line. It's starting to make some sense, I think, a little bit. And this could either be hung just with grommets or screwed into the wall even. Or we can actually take and have it stretched on a really big stretcher. That, of course, is very big, very cumbersome. This is 9 by 12 raw, so it'll make about 8 foot 4 inches by about 11 and a half across. So it will be a fairly large piece when done. Save that for a little bit later. Whew. Get my workout. Okay. I almost slipped too on the wet paint.
How did you injure yourself, sir? I was live streaming a large painting.
That's how it usually happens. And this is a fabric dye. This is like a tie dye that we had left over. But I'm going to go ahead and use this fairly liberal. Again, using up some of the paints I would have. So much of it. I just need to get things cleared out. And the big reason is our new stuff is coming in from Roaring Talons. So that'll be fun and exciting. The new paints are coming in. So we're going to be rocking that out pretty soon. Can't wait to show you some of the new stuff that's coming. I'm just using the bottle and creating some lines. That's all I'm doing. Just a bottle, pulling the color around. My knees will be stained for weeks.
Yes, they will.
Can't see me.
Oh, I can see you.
Oh,
Can't get away. I've got 3 cameras. Where are you going to go?
there we go. We are a camera-based society now. I remember as a kid, my dad always had a camera on him, you know. And
Well,
he was a professional photographer, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. But he was always dragging that thing around, snapping photos. And frankly, I hated it. You know, just, again with the camera. And he was really good. I'm sorry that we actually got rid of a lot of his pieces at one point. I didn't go through the thousands and thousands of negatives.
Oh, it was probably tens of thousands.
Yeah, it was insane when they had to move out of the house. That's a whole other story. Which, I don't know. Anyway, it's too emotional for me today. It's coming up on Mom's birthday too, isn't it? In October.
Yeah, it is.
All right, now let's see what we need to do. What other stuff do I have that I can play with here? This is just some watered down white. Let's play with this a little bit. Let's just get this in here and use this to create some more gradients. Sense of depth.
After he's been painting it, if it's not sold, it gets rolled, photographed, and then rolled, and then it awaits its purchaser.
Or the show.
Or the show. If you mean once it's sold, what do we do with it? You can put grommets on it and hang it. You can literally screw it into the wall. You can have it stretched.
If that's not the question, we'll try to respond then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Personally, I like raw, rugged, I like to see the insides of things. So I'm like the screw it to the wall grommet human. But some people don't like that level of chaos. But that's part of why I love Duluth too, is I like to see the ships and the trains. I like to see the mining activities. I want to know, we hide so much of what makes our lives possible behind, a veneer of societal cleanliness. I really enjoy raw material handling. I don't know how else to say it.
He likes to see some raw materials going down the road or rail.
Which is probably why I'm married to David.
Because I'm raw.
Yeah. You don't hide anything.
No, it's spilled again. It's really dangerous over here, so warning.
Well, I'm wearing my favorite cheap shoes, so I'll stay out of the spot. There you go. Thank you so much for the likes, everybody. Really appreciate it.
It all helps.
And take our survey. It's on our homepage. Help us support our show. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be able to uplift quite a bit coming up again. We've already improved it with new lights and new, sorry guys, new lights, new cameras, new action. But we'd like to take it even further. So this will allow us to do that. Since again, this is all free. Like we get asked pretty frequently, do you do classes? I'm like, yeah, every week.
Yeah.
And people are welcome to send us information too. You can DM us with pictures of what you're doing and ask, and we try to get to all of them, but please be aware we don't always. There's a lot going on, so we can't always get to everybody's messages every time. But we really try. We do try.
Oh, you're an abstract artist too? You know what? We've just sort of made it happen by refusing to do anything else.
Yes.
I have a better answer than that.
I'm missing
Good question. Do we often sell pieces this large? No.
No, not now. But I would think the bigger we get, we have a good account. We have some good galleries. We have ARDT Gallery out in Southampton, and they're good people for us. And we've got representation here.
Oh, and LCD Modern over in Reno.
That's right. They're out in
Reno.
Yeah, Reno, and so they carry work. And that's, by the way, great. Their Instagram's pretty good.
Yeah.
Linda's Instagram. What is it again? LCD Modern.
Modern. Yep.
Check her out. And if you're watching, Linda, thank you as usual.
What size is this again? Can you remind everybody?
9 by 12.
Feet. We're not in metrics. We're in feet.
I don't know what that is in meters. I'm sorry.
3 meters by 4 meters. New York, Southampton, New York. Thank you for just sending us that photo. See, somebody just sent us one.
Cool. Check that out.
Also, you guys, if you guys use the hashtag #CreateWithoutFear, then we can search that and see what everybody's up to, and we can all collaborate. It's an amazing thing to do. So, #CreateWithoutFear hashtag. Because we're about building a community.
Yeah, it's about a community. It used to be that you could go down to the local whatever artist hangout, and you would talk with the other artists that are there, and that's how these big
art movements
would begin. And we don't have that as much. We're very much an online society right now, and so I would like to see, the online gives us that opportunity to expand and to talk, communicate, share ideas, and we should. That's what the internet was supposed to be for in the beginning, not for the hate mongering that seems to go on so much. It's like, geez, get over it. Pick up a paintbrush and just paint.
Yeah.
You'll feel better.
Why so serious? It's just paint. Actually, I think it's about 50-50 between selling to individuals and selling through galleries.
We just had a meeting with an interior designer, and they will be bringing us in on some projects. We'll let you know when they happen. So that was pretty cool. And then we got another interior designer. So when you're talking big like this, it's really going to be corporate type of art. It's going to be really big houses, hotels, that kind of stuff is where this is going to be going. But I just like working really large. It gives me a lot of space for that narrative to have a conversation with myself.
It could also end up on a movie set because we do some of that here and there.
Yeah, we just there's a movie coming out sometime in the near future, and that's going to be really exciting. We'll tell you about it when we can. I think it's in
November or December.
I don't know. We won't know until we'll be one of the last to know probably.
I think 6x6 is large for most people, actually. If you're working on, if you're working on that, you're already doing a pretty big space.
That's a big size. I'm looking at it now. I'm kind of investigating. The other thing we wanted to do today, there was a lot of work to do to set this up, but I wanted you guys to kind of have a view like I'm seeing, although I'm kind of walking all over it. But a lot of times you're looking down from the front, you can't really see what I'm doing. And this way you're able to get a better sense of what I see when I'm doing it. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Make sure that music isn't too loud over here.
Connecting the dots.
That's a bit better.
So I'm dragging this, and it's not really rolling per se, okay? But it's creating some nice effects. I'm going to do something over here because this is bugging me. So I'm going to do a really hard black line around this one.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Who did you study under, Your work could have gone in Michael Douglas's Wall Street movie Penthouse.
All right. Well, I am a product of the 80s, basically. So it doesn't surprise me. Thank you for that. I happen to really like that movie. Although I haven't seen it in years, I don't know if it holds up, to be honest. I studied at Northern Michigan University in Michigan. And I started in graphic design under Mr. Gorski. I can't remember his first name because we didn't use first names back then. And then that was for graphic design. And then my senior year, I basically flunked out of my senior year review. And I shifted because I was doing handmade paper stuff. And that was really not a thing at that time, but it became a thing within a few years. And then I switched and took every imaginable material I could think of. And I ended up, and I said, whatever one draws me the most, that's where I'm going to end up. And frankly, it was ceramics. So I did a lot of large scale ceramics. I threw thousands of pots. And that's how I got that nickname Muddy Paw too, because the professor came in after one illegal night of all night throwing. And I had behind you flick your hands off sometimes behind to get the gook off so you keep throwing. And I did that apparently all night long. So he walked in, I was still throwing. I looked up with those big eyes, like popped my head, like, he said, "What the are you doing, Muddy Paw?" So that's how that nickname came about. But anyway, so that was with Marvin Zender, and there's actually had an article done of him many years ago now on with Ceramics Monthly, because I always felt he was not as well illustrated as an artist, and a professor, and so we did that as class as students of his. We arranged that because they had just done an article on me just recently. So the writer that did that article did the one on him, and that was pretty cool. So I have been nationally published, believe it or not, but it's been a few years because I kind of took a step back for a while. Anyway, so then my painting professor was John Hubbard, and he was also at Northern Michigan University. But a lot of the things I've learned have been more recent. You know, I just by doing it, your greatest teacher is going to be your children if you have any, and then B,
time in your studio.
Yeah. What is this that you say, my love, all the time?
Butt in seats.
That's right.
Or foot in paint.
Yeah, in this case, foot in paint.
Oh, you're also 53.
Yeah, so I've been around the block. I paid my dues, as they say, and then some. So one time, my professor, a bunch of us that were from that program, we were sitting at a local pub that we all like to go to. And it was funny. He went around the room and he told all of us, there were about 6 of us, and he went, you need to do this, and you haven't done that, and you need to do that. And they got to me and he said, you haven't suffered enough. I'm like, oh, okay, great. So probably like 10 years later, and I kept up with him. I know Marvin's not online, but I really need to reach out to him. But he looked at me, 10 years later, I had to look at him and said, so have I suffered enough yet? He just laughed. He had a very good memory. So, but Marvin also did drawing, painting stuff too, but his thing was ceramics. So guys like Paul Soldner, Peter Volkus, that abstract group was hugely influential for me back then. They're all, many of them are gone now, but some people like Jeff Wenzel, who is on Instagram. Jeff Wenzel, look him up. He's a really good guy, does some amazing abstract paintings, but he's also a ceramic artist. And I started following him because of the fact that he had a connection to that Peter Volkus. He had learned with Peter Volkus. And so I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. So we become online friends. This is what I'm talking about, online community. We can't get to every message you guys send. We try our darndest, but it's an opportunity we all have to expand our knowledge, expand, create new thoughts, new ideas, and for the love of God, being kind to each other. We all need to grow together. And she's juggling cameras there. You should see her face back there. She's like, oh, come on, just pick a spot.
I don't know. Do you think you go through a lot of paint?
Not as much as I did, because I used to do a lot of Impossible, but it was really expensive. And even with being sponsored, it's still a lot of money. Even with that, because I still, have a certain amount allotted, and then after that, I have to provide for my own. So I don't have unlimited supplies by any stretch. But I don't, relatively speaking, I don't think I go through a lot. But I'm also working very large generally, so. But I have found ways to work thinner, using thinner ones, and I like the fact that I can get some softer imagery like this, that becomes a little more soft. And this painting, this will take a long time. I've got others that are rolled up that we haven't uploaded the video yet on the paper piece, right? Unrolling that. Anyway.
No, we haven't.
I have a paper piece I've been working on. It's 29 feet long. There's a significant spider right there.
Oh yeah, that's a large spider.
That's a big spider over there.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Spider squirrel.
Anyway, it's 52 inches wide and it's 29 feet long. I don't have enough room in this studio, and I'm blessed with a very nice studio. I struggled for years in a place of a dungeon, basically, in multiple places. So this is I'm very lucky, fortunate. But it doesn't even fit in here.
We do have a material sponsor, yes, Royal Talons North America, but that's not enough paint either. We still buy a lot. But you can help support us by buying some Royal Talons paint for our website.
Yeah, so that's cool. We just started doing that.
Yeah.
And so, for example, the pastels, like I'm using one right now, that you can get those, and it's competitively priced, I think. And that helps us also augment these shows. I'm laying in some little details using this pastel chalk and getting some more structure. And I like to have a little bit of structure in a piece, and this is a nice way to do it for me. You can create some gradients doing it as well. And this is kind of some of that. It's not finishing, but it's definitely a mid process step to start doing this sort of thing. I call it blocking. I don't know if that's a real term, but it certainly is in the movies, in theater anyway. It's theater, right? I think they do that in the movies too. I don't remember. I was a little in awe in the movie that we were in. I know I'm breathing hard, guys, but this is actually pretty physical.
Hey, can you cheat yourself to the right, please? There you go, thanks.
Ah! It's wet and sloppy down
It's a little better, otherwise I'm just staring at the back of a shirt.
Okay, that's what you're supposed to do, my director. Director, oh my director. This is interesting because several years ago, my wife called me out on being a political artist. And I said, no, I'm not. And then I went away and thought about that for a little while. And I went, oh, yeah, I am. So the other day, I told her, I said, you need to tell me what to do. And she said, well, no, I'm not going to. And I said, yeah, you do. You're the director and the producer. These shows were your idea. This was your chaos that you invited into our life.
Yes, it was my idea.
And I love you, but be the director you are.
Well, now I want one of those little scene clappers.
Yeah,
you know, they go like this.
Raps.
Yeah, well, because when we do a large video and there's like 50, I need a thingy, but they're $80. And I don't want to spend $80 on a piece of clacky wood, but I don't know what else to do.
You just clap it.
No, there's a reason, because you can write on it where you are and what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's vital, actually, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that, make a fake one, but if anybody has an old one sitting in a garage somewhere, wants to ship it to me.
Maybe John or Mandy have some. I'm sweating. Woo! I don't like that spot, so I'm rusticating it with my feet.
Rusticating? Looks like you're river dancing. How long will it take to finish this, do you think?
God knows. What I was telling you about the paper piece, I started it many years ago, and I'm still working on it.
Oh, yeah, it's 3 years into it.
So there is that factor that you work on these, and they can take years. Sometimes it just flows so beautifully that, I might be done in a month or something on this. And these are not oils, so it is more rapid than if you're working in oils. If I were doing oils, then it would be even longer because you got to let it dry.
By the way, somebody who filled out the survey requested we do more work with water-soluble oils.
Oh, well, we will.
So fill out the survey and request things, and we'll do it.
Yes, if you want to know about certain products or something like that, we can request things from our suppliers, and we can do it if I don't have them, and we can learn together. I've always said I'll show you all the ways of not doing it.
Hi, Shabana.
Well, hi there.
Welcome. It's so good to see you guys. Over the years, we've certain people show up week after week, and it's amazing. So you just unroll it later and work on it?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will reside on the floor for a little while. I don't have any big things happening right now as far as
larger works,
but we do have a show. Actually, we have a show
next weekend.
That's in
Lakeville, next to Minneapolis.
Yes. Yeah, Lakeville, and that's, like you said, Minneapolis. So if you're in the Minneapolis area, come see the booth. We should be there. All things work out. I don't want to do that though. Whoops! Now we got a little pollock going. A little Jackson work up here.
Ooh, drippy. Would we show that in the show? Yeah. You know what? We've developed a rule that we only bring big stuff to shows now.
Yeah, people weren't buying the small works, and we had thousands of them. So I just stopped bringing them.
Yeah, so we just bring big stuff. So yeah, we'd bring something like this.
In fact, this one won't, because it's this one is a little too big for the booth we're gonna have.
Yeah.
But we'll have a 8-foot piece probably. Some 4 foots. Anyway, we'll have some big sizes there.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand why we don't sell small ones at these shows, but I'm not complaining.
It only takes one.
Yeah, one large sale.
One large one, and we're set. It's a good show then. But that can be a little bit stressful, because until you make that one, which could be the last day, you're totally stressing. And this has happened many a time. We don't do a lot of shows. This year we've done some, because we were trying to get used to Minnesota and get the word out, and we're really trying to find another gallery. another high-end gallery to represent the work. And so far, we've gotten a little bit, but we want to have more than one, unless that one has a lot of international. I'm exhausted from all that yakking I did.
Our small pieces, they go from $50 up to a couple hundred, depending on the size, the complexity. If you are interested, DM us.
Yeah, we can show you a selection. Tell us the size you're looking at. Maybe color choices or something.
I took them off the website, to be honest, because the amount of time it took to find a small piece for $50 that they'd find on the internet and the shipping cost,
Ridiculous.
It didn't make sense for us. So if you want a small piece, you really just have to DM us and have a conversation, or get a print off Saatchi. We do
have the prints on Saatchi.
Saatchi
That's
prints
a nice
now.
new thing, isn't it?
Yeah. We base our pricing on local market plus whatever our galleries are requesting us to do.
Yeah, so there is an element there. Like we have to list and abide. You don't want to mess with your galleries.
We really like Saatchi. In fact, we're going to be doing some collaborative short videos with them on TikTok in the next month. They're really easy to work with. It's simple. We love working with Saatchi.
Now, we do have to qualify that by saying we ignored our Saatchi account for years.
Yeah, we're just back at it, really.
And I've had it many, many years ago, even before. I think I had that before Kristen and I were married.
Oh, there was some artworks on there from like 2004.
Yeah, so
when I rescued the account. But honestly, I got tired of having to manage everything by myself, and prints were just one more thing that I just needed off my plate.
Yeah,
and
sure.
They handle it, so I'm a happy camper. So are they? Can you please cheat yourself?
I'm trying, but
thank you.
I'm running out of space.
That's better.
That's the age-old problem for me. I'm running out of space.
Precision Pickle. Oh, that's a good name. I always like to see everybody's handles on here. Is there something happening in Europe today? Because I feel like we're missing a bunch of our European viewers.
Yeah, the Queen died.
Yeah, but is so?
Don't say so. You lose people. It's very important to a lot of people, and not to mention it's politically an interesting thing too. And we won't go into that, but it's a big deal. I'm not surprised. Actually.
Well, yeah, but the war's been going on for a while. I'm just wondering, usually I've got quite the contingency from the UK, Australia, and Portugal, and almost none of them are here today.
Is going to be,
yeah, I understand.
And Australia is also going to
be.
New Zealand's also going to be. And Canada's also going to be, because they were all the Queen was the boss. So yeah, you're gonna have some of that influence happening today. I didn't like this looking at it from down there, so I'm coming back to mess with it.
Oh, I like your hair, Rafa. Or is that a wrap? Beautiful wrap. I always want to wear those because I've got really curly, wiry hair. But
she's got curly, wiry hair, for sure. I gotta come around there and see. I can't see from over there now. Oh yeah, we're getting some. I don't like that again, that part. So I'm gonna go back over there maybe. So starting to look at various locations and trying to decide on what needs to be blocked in more, removed. It's nice and wet over here, so the paint's actually moving really nicely.
Have a good time, high quality asset. Go work on your painting. And when you finish, would you use that hashtag Create Without Fear, and then we can all check out what you're up to.
There we go. That's fun. I needed that. This was fucking too down here.
Got a seam in this thing from the.
It just adds to it.
Yeah, this is going to take a lot of work. Which we do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what do I do next on this one? Let's see what I have. What goodies do I have? It's almost 2. I don't know. You could try that. This is one of those situations where this could completely ruin it, you know? Just keep painting.
Cheap to the left. Thank you.
Oh no, it splattered on that. I wasn't actually using that. Maybe I'll do it this way. It's almost too mellow. Music now.
Would you like something a little more upbeat?
Yeah, this is actually putting me to sleep.
All right.
I'm losing my momentum.
No!
More power.
I'm giving you all you got, Captain. I got nothing left. Let's see. How about some pop?
Oh, that's good. Sure. Well, you certainly have your very own unique style, sir.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that one before.
Why, that's very interesting.
Oh, a word is a bullet.
Thank you for that. Music I'd like to listen to, of course, we never can.
Yeah.
Because of,
Copyright law.
by the way, and that was what the scam was, about. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, anyway. So, be careful out there, people. Don't fall for it.
Anything that comes through your DMs that sounds super urgent and scary is intentionally super urgent and scary to make you make a poor decision.
Yeah. That is the bottom line right there. It's amazing what a few lines will do for you. And this is how I treat my smaller works too. You know, this is the same method, same process that I do for that. I'm looking where I'm going. Whoa, slippery. And this. Remember, if anybody's newish here, is there new people here?
Yeah, there's a lot of new people today, actually.
Please, we've got a survey that my wife needs to have filled out so we can expand out some of the show and meet the needs more. We want to do things for you all out there. And part of that is we need to know what it is you would like us to see or would like us to do. And we're also trying to figure out what the demographic is, and that's for an organization that we're trying, 2 organizations actually, that we're trying to do some things to so we can keep doing this.
Yeah. Please fill out my survey.
Yeah, so how do they do that anyway?
You go to our website and you go to our homepage, and it's right there on the top.
There you go. And that website is davidaustingallery.com. She's going to tell me to cheat again, so I'm going to go ahead and listen before she says it.
See, he can be taught. Look at that.
Barely. Barely.
I didn't even need to get out any kind of instructive tool.
Yeah. Oh, man, that takes me back to in school. Long time ago. Yeah, a lot of people don't remember the paddle.
No.
Unless you're of a certain age. at least in the States.
Or you went to parochial school,
Yeah, that would be the other.
like I did.
I was going to use these for stamps, but I haven't seen any. Sometimes I set things out to show all of you a method, and then I get into the painting. I'm like, well, I don't want to use it, so I don't use it, and so I don't get to some of these things sometimes. But there are several videos we have of using things like this for stamps, and maybe I'll come in later and do that. You know, as the piece dries and I start to see more with it. I might actually come back in and do some of the stamping. It's dry over here, weirdly enough. Maybe not saturated.
Oh, because I think there's a direct draft from the door in that corner.
Oh, we left the, is that,
Oh yeah, that's open.
yeah, but is the sound of the waterfall coming in?
No, I've gotten the mics pretty dialed in.
Oh, okay. It's because you're super genius.
No, it's a lot of embarrassing trial and error live in front of thousands of people.
Sorry, people, but it really has been.
Yeah. Nothing more humbling than screwing up in front of 2,000 people and having it recorded.
Multiple times. So many. No, I'm just kidding. So that's starting to add some of the depth, the structure that I was looking for, and I'll just, we'll just keep on doing things like this and building the surface up, building it up, and the complexity of it. Now, that being said, you can do a very simplified piece very elegantly and quickly. Particularly de Kooning, towards his latter years, particularly, he was so used to painting and had such beautiful brush strokes. He would stare at the piece for a while and walk up and do a single brush stroke, and it made the painting. And there's many others like Miro, Kandinsky, Klee, many others with that kind of line quality, that kind of experience. And that's something I always I want to strive for that, because I think that is amazing to be able to just look at something and just go, ooh. And I get lucky on that once in a while, but most of the time I'm having to just build and build and build and build, because that's, how I do it. There we go. Excellent. I don't even know if I can cheat. Maybe I can come around this way.
Yeah.
But now I'm painting upside down.
Oh, thank you, Six Wheel. Survey complete. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's going to be very helpful. Anybody that has the chance to do that, please help us. Sounds like, again, an NPR.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Maybe on Tuesday we'll do like a 5-hour live, and I'll just every 5 minutes
Yeah.
so we can get it done.
I'm sure everybody will attend that one. I said with sarcasm. I don't like that. Like, I'm not really keen on this whole section, if you're really.
No, went back to Mellow Land.
This is just not working for me, much of this.
There we go. Oh, Six Wheel, come to my 5-hour telethon. So there. There's 30,000 followers, guys. I only need 200.
Yeah.
Come on.
We've got a lot of followers. I wasn't liking the contrived feel of a lot of that, so it's getting abused until I like it.
This music makes me want to have like a martini in one hand, a mini gherkin in the other, and some mod dress. I envision orange shag carpet on the wall.
Oh, I actually kind of like the orange shag. We had a client back in Michigan, and they had green, that lime green shag. That was super cool.
It's like walking on plush, velvety grass.
That's better. That was really bothering me up there, and I think I may end up doing more along that line. I almost want to pull the gold along the bottom, this whole bottom section. I might have to use up Hugo's clay, or not clay, but paint. Can you reach that by any chance?
If you tell me where it is, maybe. Oh, over here?
Yeah, that bottom drawer.
Yeah, if you stay in frame, don't move, please. And then I can get it.
You said not to move.
This one?
Is there two? Whatever's fullest.
This is the fullest. This is more copper.
Okay, I'll take that one, please.
All right, Alex
Put it on my account.
Trebek. Let me just exit out of here.
Actually,
You
I'll
want
take the
that?
copper one too, now that you put it away.
Really? Really? Oh. You're going to owe me a martini at
wait.
the end of this.
I can't move out of the corner much.
No, I told you to stay put. Stay.
I'm trying, but I know what I want to do. Give me. Please.
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, so how am I going to work this? And yes, that is a Keith Haring homage right there. Not a direct rip-off, but it's an homage.
Not a direct rip-off.
A little bit of rip-off. Isn't it copying the highest form of flattery or something like that?
Imitation is.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Wow, what is with all of this laid back?
I don't know, but it's make.
I know. I'm trying to get. I put on pop.
You're kidding me, Smalls.
I even cranked it to 135 beats per minute, and it wasn't enough.
See how long this. I'm coming out of the corner here shortly. Don't worry, everybody.
Oh, they can see everything. Let's
What?
see.
They can see. So the other place you can see our stuff is on First Dibs. And there is, on First Dibs, exclusive content, exclusive paintings made for that platform. And that is through ARDT Gallery. They do this for us there. And that is, if you type in our name on First Dibs, you'll find it there too. Some of the big, so they have 5-foot pieces that are really cool.
Oh, there's probably 30 pieces behind him, right? More than that because of the corner. 40 pieces behind him? Yeah.
Something like that.
Because he's an unstoppable art shark.
Art shark!
Buy my t-shirt. Shameless plug.
Yeah, man. We've given up trying to be subtle about it.
Yep. If you're on TikTok, link is in bio. If you're on Instagram, link is in bio.
I'm going to have a lot of paint on my knees. After
And
this.
another pair of pants bites the dust.
Well, this was long gone. Almost everything I wear. The funny thing is, this white shirt, now I'm gonna curse myself, has been used in the studio unalive many a time, and it has yet to end up being destroyed. And I don't know why, because I kind of wear it on purpose. It's not an expensive shirt.
$17.
Yeah. And so, you know, but yet it has survived when others have, expensive ones have died. I'm cheating as far as I can, producer.
You're okay.
Right there. Come on, get up in that corner, you. There we go. And then, so anybody that's wondering, this is actually a tempera paint, so it's a little bit less, less everything. Because it's a kid's tempera paint, it's not a high-end tempera paint by any means. And so it's not really great, but it does add some really nice color to it, some reflectivity. It is a metallic, so it will add some of that. Just a hint of gold in there. All right, did that do much of anything?
I don't know.
It did something. I'm not liking that line in there now. I don't know what to do with it though. Oh, maybe it's not bad. You know, you do get to a point where you're like, okay, maybe I should stop. And
Well, you've been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
oh, have I? Oh my gosh, no wonder my box isn't running out of steam. Okay, so there you go, guys. That's an hour 15 work of very intense work, and it's a lot of fun doing it. Now it's going to set up a bit and dry. I want to try and work as much as I can because I work wet into wet a lot. And I want to do as much as I can at first because I like kind of that soft, you could see I was softening up areas, dumping the water on, working the paint in. But now we're really at that stage where this needs to sit, needs to dry a little. I need to get a fresh look at it later. And a lot of times we turn off the camera and I keep going.
Yes. Frustrates the heck out of his producer and director.
Yeah, so Kristen doesn't like that, but there you have it. I was looking for the black.
As far as marital discord goes, it's pretty mild.
That's pretty normal. Yeah, it's one of the few. It's not even a Discord thing.
No.
I don't know where the black. I see a spot I wanted to do something with, but I can't do anything right now. I don't know where it went.
Where'd the spider scroll go?
Oh, God, that was huge.
It's hiding somewhere.
Oh, it's gone. I wanted to release it upon the wild. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I'm rambling now. And we'll see you next time. I'm David Austin with davidaustingallery.com.
Fill out my survey.
Please fill out our survey. It will help and help us continue to create great content for you.
Or just content.
Or just content in general. I don't know if it's great, but we like to do it. And we like to show you techniques. We like to try new products out and show you. And so we're passing that on to you. We're passing the savings on to you. Also, muddypaw.net is our clothing line, one of our clothing lines. You can get some of the, you can get this artist camouflage apron on our davidaustingallery.com. I don't know, is that it? That's it.
That's it, yeah.
We'll see you all soon. I appreciate you joining us. Remember, create without fear. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks again. See you.